All right, part two. I got my man Sean Garrett on the phone. Hey, Sean, you still with me?
I'm still here, baby.
All right, brother. Now, we were talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Please, let's get right back into that. You were working a lot with Destiny's Child, you were talking about.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of work with Destiny's Child, man. Like I was saying, I did like 9 songs on that album. And then, you know, B called me, was gracious enough to give me a phone call on the next album she was doing, which was her solo album. And that album was called B-Day. And I wound up doing like 6 records on that album, you know, Get Me Body, Check Up On It, Upgrade You, Ring the Alarm, Green Light, you know, and the list goes on that album, which wound up being really successful. And then, you know, me and Hov started to really get really cool, and you know, we just kind of hit it off. You know what I mean? He's always been one of my favorite rappers. You know what I mean? And we just have a knack for. I have a big respect for him. I think we kind of have the same kind of respect for each other. He's the best at what he do, and I always strive to be great at what I do. So, you know, he used to always test my heart, you know what I mean? But like, yo, kid, I'm gonna see if you're gonna be able to step up to the plate and, you know, and knock this one out the park and things like that. So the more success I, you know, sort of was gaining, the more I think he, you know, had belief in me. And you know, finally he gave me one day, he was like, yo, the pen, what's up? You know what I mean?
Now, Sean, when an artist hires you to write a song for them, do you have to hear the instrumentals first, or do you just write off the top?
It just depends, man. Sometimes I go in, like I wrote Soldier for Destiny's Child. I wrote that in a taxi, and that was with no music.
Did you? Oh, so you just wrote the lyrics?
Yeah,
Wow.
I had the hook already. When I came in, I didn't even hear the music. I didn't even hear no track. I just came in and told B, I said, yo, I got this joint. I want us to work on it, you know. And I said to her, she was like, well, let me hear it. I was like, the hook says, if the status ain't hood, I ain't checking for him. Better be street if you're looking at me.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's for me to take care of me. Only carry big things if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it comes different ways, man. I'm inspired by life, inspired by positivity. You know, I'm inspired by love. I'm definitely inspired by women. You know what I mean? I'm just a lover, man. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a lover, a person that loves positive people. I love positive energy. And, you know, I'm pro-life, man.
Now, Sean, you've been so successful as a songwriter and producer, but you're also an artist. How have you been able to transcend your success from one arena to the next?
Well, you know, everything, making a transition from one position is always, one position to the next is always a challenge. No matter if you're working at the bank, you know, you can be a teller for 4 or 5 years and get that promotion to, you know what I mean, a loan officer or
that's an executive.
Director of the bank. And when you become that manager, you're always going to have your peers, like the other tellers, thinking or second guessing you, saying, well, I don't know if she was prepared. I don't know if that was the right move. Well, who says that she's better than me to get that position? You know what I'm saying? So you're always going to have people second guessing you and, you know, just giving you a little grief on the transition. But you got to have heart to push through it all, because I mean, you know, I had people second guessing me as a songwriter at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Saying that I couldn't do that. But when they see that sky light up, and you know, when God makes that call and the fans stand up and make that hurrah, that hooray for you, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing they can do but just applaud. You know what I'm saying? So the transition has definitely been challenging. But you know, this year was a breakout year for me, and I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? I'm not going.
Let's keep it real, Sean. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We've known each other for a long time. Let's let it roll.
Yeah, man. You know, I've been really successful, and you know, and I got to be honest with the fans. The fans are making the decision to accept me. You know what I mean? Like, Breakup was a humongous smash everywhere I go now. You know what I mean? girls and people are like, yo, we love that record, we love that record, we love that record, and it's incredible, man, when you go on stage and you can just hold a mic out there and they can recite your verse, you know what I mean, or sing your whole song back to you. You know, it's a different feeling than actually writing and producing a record. It's a beautiful feeling when you go in the studio. When you go to a club and you hear people going crazy over your record and reciting your lyrics and not even knowing you wrote and produced the record. But it's another thing when you perform the record and it's your record, and to hear them sing your lyrics back and love you for it, it's just a whole nother feeling. So they're both great feelings. It's just going to another level in your career. And, Lionel Richie, like I said, he's one of my favorite songwriters of all time. He's my mentor. He's someone I look up to, and that gives me advice every time I see him. And I'm basically patterning my career after Lionel Richie. So I plan on being one of the greatest of all time, and I've been incredibly blessed. I could not be who I am without the fans. The fans make me who I am. You know what I mean? They keep me motivated. People like you who take interest in what I do, and respect me for it. It's just pushing me to go higher and higher. So I'm just thankful and blessed and appreciative of everyone that is a Sean Garrett fan. And you guys are helping me become one of the greatest of all time.
Now, Sean, this next question is my favorite question. I came up with this question about 1 o'clock Eastern time today. Now, being that you're an artist as well, is there ever a conflict of interest in that you want to keep your best material for yourself?
I would definitely have to say yes. But the one great thing about it all is the fact that when it gets to the point, like now it's getting to the point that my peers respect me so much. When you start to hear them say, I got to work with Sean Garrett, it starts to really make you feel obligated. I'll be right. Okay. It starts to make you feel obligated to, share the greatness. You know what I'm saying? Share the blessings. So yeah, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie and say it's not difficult, because it is. But at the same time, I've accepted this role that I have in the music industry. I've accepted this position. And sometimes I got to keep them, and sometimes I got to give them off. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to be smart about it and know what works for you, know what don't work for you, and I think being selfish is not a wise thing all the time. You know what I mean? Because if you're blessed enough to be able to do records like I am, sharing it sometimes could be better than keeping it.
Now, Sean, you keep yourself in great shape. Please offer the listeners some insight into your exercise and eating habits. I assume you live a pretty healthy lifestyle, right?
Yeah, I go hard, man. I really do go hard at trying to, hey, hurry up, man. I need to make sure so my phone don't go off. I'm not leaving. I'm just going. I definitely try to eat well, man. I work out every day. And what's funny? I'm big boned. You know what I'm saying? I'm an athlete build, man. So I got to work so hard to sort of, because I happen to be bigger than most of these, most of my peer, my fellow singers, man. They're a little bit more thinner than me, man. So I gotta, I'm just naturally muscular. So it's kind of like, I gotta stay on that treadmill, man, and eat that fish and eat that turkey bacon and egg whites, man, and just I've done it for so long up to this point that it's just become, second nature, man. And I mean, it's a double blessing because I gotta do it because I need to stay in shape, for me being an artist, and the ladies happen to like it a little bit.
No doubt.
And at the same time, it keeps me healthy, man, and keeping these hours that I keep. I've always got a great deal of energy. So,
now, Sean, I don't want to cut you off. Man. We got to go to our second commercial. We got to go to our second commercial break. Skope TV. Who'd know we'd go into part 3 with Sean Garrett? Skope TV.